Good evening, my wonderful friends. The show is made today. It's Friday evening, but it will be posted in the morning on Saturday, 11th of March. Thank you so kindly that you are watching me. I really appreciate that I'm able to be with you. It is such a satisfaction for me to always feel that I have viewers who are waiting for me. You can't understand that, but it is pleasure for me. And the Sea Angel, Jackie, she said, your ET reminds me of Sea Angel. And when I look at the Sea Angel, you can check on Google. You can check that. It looks exactly the same. I have to make sure that I'm not hiding my mouth with the cards. So the video will be about the derailments, 3 of them in the short time, and so that's one of the questions that I will be answering. Health of Mitch McConnell. What is the future for Marjorie Taylor Green? And Andrew Cuomo aspiration for being still a politician. Oleg Deripaska and Mitch. And will Tucker run for president? Cyber attacks. Will Biden choose different vice president for the second candidacy? Was Putin warned about conspiracy against him? I hope I will be able to squeeze all those things. And at the beginning, I want to mention, I was saying how important it is to teach your kids to swim. And I know it was on the extra video that I did about my past near-death experience, but I was saying how important it is for kids to know how to swim. Both my boys actually saved someone's lives. The younger, Roman, he was in early 20s, and not far away from us there is a dam, and some guy jumped to water, and Dixon Dam, and he was drowning. And my son jumped after him, and he was able to save his life. And even it was so dangerous because the guy was using his hands and trying to actually drown both of them. So yes, I'm so glad. And they start taking classes, I think, about 4.5 or 5 years old in Canada. And they had to finish all of them, and they were very proud that they were swimmers. And it's very good for the whole body. And the show is spiritual and entertainment. Today I don't have any jokes, sorry. And I will start answering. Where are my cards? Okay. My husband actually asked that question. If those derailments of those trains are those derailments of those trains are sabotage, because so many, so short time, 3 big ones in modern month. It's never been like that, and it's all the time something that we are hearing, and nothing is surprising anyone. Good that those 2 others were not as bad as the first one in Palestine, but everything in split second can go for the worst. So I saw 2 people that will be charged. So they are the FBI or CIA, I think CIA. FBI is probably working on them, because I know that there will be 2 people and they will be pulling them to the court. So that's what I have seen, and I would like to pull 3 cards and no more, as always I do. Yes, they are working. They are working on it, hard working, and it's 2. So there is collaboration of some people. I have the feeling that there was private vendetta, that someone was killed or something like this, and it's every time the same company. So I am worried that that's not a coincidence, and that's what I was feeling. Guards are saying the same thing, which is odd. A few years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was predicting that Mitch McConnell, someone will pull the rug under him and he will fall down. And that time, 2 weeks later, his shoulder was broken. And now again, somehow something was wrong with the carpet. It was ex-Trump's hotel in Washington, D.C., and he fell down. This time is even worse than the first time, because the first time it was collarbone, and now, not shoulder, collarbone, and now he is in a hospital. I think he hurt his head. And I think he has a problem with balance, which is not unusual for people his age. And it's the inner ear, I think that's what, inside the ear, that keeps the balance, and not first time for him. So, but it might be even related to his heart. Yeah, eventually it will force him to leave the Congress. And he is so upset, depressed. Look, it is about balance. He knows that he might be having a problem with the symbol of balance. That's walking on the stakes, but it's symbol of balance. And the cards are usually working with me. I'm so surprised, but I think they're above me. They are helping me, my spirit guide and my angel. Spirit guide, not guy, but I was always calling them my guides. Okay, what is the future for Marjorie Taylor Green? And she wants to take control over Kevin McCarthy. And eventually she wants to take his seat. She wants to tie him up and he's letting her to speak up because he's leaving his post for a short time. So she is representative of his and taking care. I think she has more enemies in the Senate that she understands. She is a newcomer and, not that long, and she is a different kind of cookie. And yes, she will be trying to take position of the king of coins. She will be doing, in her opinion, very good job, and she is waiting for that to happen. So she is not giving up of the possibility, and it's coming so fast. I would like to know how come she is so favorite of Kevin. And I said once, if I were his wife, his suitcase will be packed. I'm glad my husband doesn't have that kind of attitude to other women. Oh my gosh, I'm not very tolerant. Okay, I feel Andrew Cuomo wants to I feel so much about Andrew Cuomo, and I would like to know why. So I checked that one. I thought, why I'm always thinking something about Andrew Cuomo. I was fascinated with him when he was giving those speeches every day and acting very much presidentially. Everyone, even in Europe, was admiring him. And then that scandal, and then there was not that much proof, so it is something very fishy. I think eventually he still has money. for re-election. He didn't use them to be re-elected as the governor. But who knows? Maybe he will be running for presidency. That's my kind of feeling. Because the governor is a woman, he will be fighting. Oh, magic ahead of him. Everything is possible. So we will see. I know some of you love him and some of you hate him. I'm sorry, but I didn't like him, especially when he was in opposition to Trump. I did love him when he was, showing kind of alpha dominance towards Trump. I know some of you will be eating me alive because I'm saying my opinion, but life without opinion is boring. And I'm not Melania, not that I'm... She's beautiful. But I like to speak up my mind. Celia Condlin, sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong, will Oleg Deripaska, 54 years old, gave Mitch McConnell money for aluminium, and would this be investigated? Any repercussions? And Oleg Deripaska has connection with Putin, had connection with Don, and he is one of the biggest political shakers in Russia. I would like to know more. And will there be any... He had fun, I don't know, big change for him, and it would be more about the harvest of the money. So now, if Mitch McConnell will get out of the picture, who knows? There might be more investigation going that direction, because so far he was like a big kahuna in Kentucky, and no one was able to even think about touching him. Even his wife, I thought that she will be with some problems, but no, everything is so quiet, so smooth out, and no wrinkles. But we know that the aluminum company was going to be much bigger. I don't know if that went very much through, but Deripaska was one of the biggest donor to Mitch McConnell, apparently. Running slot. When you said Tucker would throw his hat in anger to make her wonder if he might think about running for president, running slot. So I don't know who is that, man or female, but that person thinks that he might be running for president. There was gossips about that he might be, that Carlson will be thinking about that. He is popular, he has so many followers, and now when the things came out about Don, how they felt about him behind the doors, maybe he will be forced to go his own way. So there is some surprise coming. Shaking tower. Oh, I hope that will make us furious. And the going back to all his dreams, all his plans from what he was planting in his mind, that might be something that he would like to resurface. And he will feel that I'm throwing the red hat. I'm going to do something on my own. Oh gosh, I wouldn't like that. That will be a shaky tower. That will be very shaky tower. Because he can eat alive, Don. I don't know if the Santos is able to do that. Don can destroy the Santos. But with Tucker, different story. And we have to pray that he is not going that direction. Marshal Services suffer a second cyber attack this month. How vulnerable is FBI and CIA from the attacks? Will there be more attacks? Who is behind them? And I think Russia and China, in collaboration, kind of. And there will be more attacks. That's my feeling. They feel that they can prove that they can do it, and they will be doing what the cards are saying. They will be cheating, my cheating card. They will be hiding, getting out and up, and keeping the balance, so it will be really hard to trace them. They will be walking very cautiously on the sticks or on eggshells, but they will be doing the job. Yoga by Joanne. Do you think that Biden will choose a different vice president if he runs again? Oh gosh, I saw a young man, not Kamala, but that was split-second vision, the young, kind of bravurious young man who will be making us to do. There is so many young people that Biden might want to choose. So I will pull 3 cards. He was already thinking about that person before. Financial, for the security for himself. And it is someone who is well educated. Could be Buttigieg, Peter Buttigieg, Peter. Who knows? He's a nice, smooth talker. He's smart. He's very young, and that way Biden will have the LGBT community on his side. It's all politics, so who knows if he will. I don't see too much chemistry between him and Kamala Harris. They are not like when Obama was with Biden, you could see them, they were always next to each other like brothers. With Kamala Harris, I see that big distance, so I don't see that closeness. Okay? That Putin was warned about conspiracy against him. Why I heard the voice, baby, no. So maybe not the conspiracy about him, but he created his own conspiracy. And today, another oligarch, only 54 years old, died in Moscow. Something wrong with his head. At least he was not flying through the window. Or not, the bullets were not used. But it looks like it's a very unsafe position to be oligarch. Sometimes I think the Wagner guy might end up some way too. He is not comfortable for Putin anymore. Putin is sabotaging his groups, which is wonderful. He is not giving them what they want. And that might be one of the reasons Putin doesn't want him to have too much power, because the Wagner group is very powerful. And they are the ones who are attacking Ukraine the most. Putin wants to stay on the position as long as he can. He is protected. They are protecting, but there is a cheating going on around him, and he's afraid. But then at the same time, he can cheat others, and it's not a safe place to be in the Russian Kremlin. So, well, I'm done much faster than I thought. I had more, but I was afraid that it might. It's very hard to know how long it takes to. Sometimes 7 questions. I have 7 questions, and today I had 10, and I was able to go through them. For remedies, cherries, apparently the tart cherries. They are very dark, but and tart, and they are very healthy for decreasing inflammation, so related to arthritis. I bought the tin. I hated most of it because they were very sweet, but as well, citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruit, lemon as well, they will be protecting you from inflammation, and they will be good for fighting rheumatoid arthritis. So, yeah, you can try those things. I want to pray for peace, for safety, for well-being, everyone. I want you to be healthy, young, beautiful, vibrant, and wealthy. Everything I'm wishing to you today, it will be towards you. I want you to enjoy. And I know everyone is probably afraid about the banks. Probably there is something. First thing I was checking if balloon in the mask is related to that, but that story was not related to him. I think you know who I'm talking about. So all the best to you guys, and stay safe, show love to others, be nice to each other. Life is much easier when we are going with love than hate. See you next time, and Monday I will be with Cheryl. Thank you, at 11 Mountain Time, so on live. So if you have any questions, please prepare the question, and you can be involved in the video, so you can ask the question and I will be answering for you live. I love those ones. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.